It's 7 p.m. at the lake. Just you, friends, the fading sun, and the water. This is the ultimate baseline of total, unbothered security. While standing on the jet ski, a mechanical slip causes the machine to shoot forward. There is no crash, no blunt impact with a wall or another boat. You simply stand still as the machine vanishes from beneath you. High-pressure water strikes the body with enough velocity to create catastrophic internal ruptures. This invisible force breaches the skin and creates a massive pressure spike, tearing through organs and tissue from the inside out. The sensation is one of being gutted. In an instant, the water around you begins to turn red as the realization sets in. Your insides are coming out. Safety is an illusion that can be shattered by physics alone. Life-ending threats can arrive without a violent collision, leaving only a desperate fight for survival. On the shore, a new trauma begins. Water has filled the abdomen, creating so much pressure against the chest that the lungs physically cannot expand. Every attempt to breathe is met with a hard internal limit. While friends and onlookers panic in the face of a visible suffocation, a heavy, unexplainable calm settles over the victim. Time slows down. The struggle for air remains, but the fear of it vanishes. Paramedics lift the stretcher into the ambulance. The moment those doors shut, sealing out the world and the light, biological death occurs. The exact moment the body loses its capacity to fight for survival is, for many, the moment the mind achieves total, undisturbed peace. Consciousness detaches from the body with total awareness. The broken shell on the stretcher is visibly left behind, but it no longer carries pain or panic. This state triggers a life review, a simultaneous influx of sensory memories, an overwhelming flood of everyone ever loved, the specific way they smelled, and the sound of their voices. The rising soul witnesses the ripple effect of its absence, feeling the heartbreak caused for those left behind. It rapidly processes every soul that left a mark, mapping lifetime connections with absolute clarity. Identity survives the crossing. Death expands the person's capacity to feel and understand the full scale of their connection to humanity. Movement in this realm is an intellectual acceleration. As the veil lifts, complex truths and universal wisdom, concepts never studied or considered on Earth, simply become part of the soul's understanding. Arriving in heaven is defined by colors that don't exist in the visible spectrum, and a calm so deep it feels like a physical presence. Love here is not an emotion, it is the atmosphere itself. A light appears, resembling a blinding sunset that slowly resolves into a silhouette. It is a figure made of light, love, and power. God is not an abstract idea here, but a physical, imposing reality. The communication is a direct spirit-to-spirit transmission. The Creator delivers a devastating truth. Love is a choice. I am love. And that life back there was about me. And you didn't choose me. You missed the boat. The victim is wrecked by a sense of eternal regret, realizing they failed the primary purpose of their existence. Yet a shift occurs. God speaks again, citing the victim's service to others. You've impacted enough of my people, so I'll let you go back. Standing before the Creator strips away all of our earthly excuses. A soul is defined entirely by its active choice to participate in love or to reject it. That spiritual peace yanks into a violent snap as the consciousness is forced back into the body. The transition is instantaneous, dragging the soul from perfection back into the screaming chaos of the ambulance. Survival is a brutal reality. It means enduring 5 hours of unmedicated agony, bleeding out on a hospital bed with no sedation and no clear answers. This second chance carries a heavy mandate. God's final instruction was a warning. The victim must stay awake spiritually. To fall back into a life of indifference is to accept the permanent consequences of that choice. Surviving a fatal event is a mission. It requires the survivor to embrace earthly suffering in order to fulfill a purpose they were almost too late to realize. This survival serves as a living signpost. It is a first-hand testimony meant to point others toward the undeniable reality of a Creator who is waiting beyond the veil. Before the return, God offered one final comforting truth. You'll never be able to be perfect. We are freed from the burden of flawless execution, required only to try. This experience redefines death as a loving transition. For those who have intentionally chosen to know the Creator, the end of physical life is a homecoming to the source of love itself. Our time in these bodies is temporary. We must wake up, set aside the pursuit of impossible perfection, and make the intentional choice to love every single day.